Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Dr. Tony Chopper, and today we're doing part 1, the unboxing for the Master Grade Tallgeese EW version. This kit was released in 2013 and retails for 3,800 Japanese yen. Alright, now let's take a quick tour around the box. Now this front shot's going to be mimicked on the top and also the bottom. So we're just going to look at the sides real quick. The side shot over here, you have the mobile suit and the kit on a action base. Some nice, and really nice artwork splash of all the different mobile suits in the Oz family, and some pictures of the mangas that they appear in. This is, I believe, the Endless Waltz and the Endless Waltz Frozen Teardrop. Now, on the opposite side, we get a nice front and back shot of the kit, fully painted by a professional, obviously. Now, that looks really nice. Obviously, this is not the TV version. It has a nice yellow trim in some areas that you usually don't see in the TV version. And it goes over here to tell you about a little bit about all the different gimmicks. The face mask comes off, the thrusters pop out. The Dober gun actually has a spring-loaded action piece right over here. That's going to be really interesting to see how that works. And we get to see what accessories you get. You get a shield, the Dober gun, 2 beam sabers that are slightly curved, opening cockpit with Zechs Merquise in there, and some nice marking seals that go all over the place. These are most likely decals. And also some compartments that actually open up as well. Alright, now let's open this guy up. First thing you see inside, you get some nice orangey yellow and some red. A nice little thing of the B runner is actually a nice white with some gray on the other side, and your seals, decals, and stickers. More gray. Actually, these parts over here are kind of like a dark blue instead of a gray, and that's what you get for the fingers. And you also get these nice shield, shoulder, thruster, skirt parts, the back of the the torso. Over here, it's really small, but this is actually a spring. So this, in the picture, actually gets stretched open, so let's see how that works when we put it all together. Here we have some inner frame parts for the inner of these skirts, and portions to make the Dober gun. And over here, we have a whole bunch of parts that are supposed to be for the inner frame, and a little bit of armor. It's really nice to see how this is actually cut out. A lot of the inner frame part that's supposed to be gray is actually going to show through. That's really nice. And another B plate, more thigh action over here. And also more inner frame. Inner frame for the joints over here, these nice circular joints, and the inner frame of the shield. So yeah, this thing is looking quite impressive already. And last but not least, the manual. Okay, we're going to start with part A, our A plate. Now, right here we have this nice orangey yellow. It's more orange than yellow, honestly. And we had a nice red for the crown, the Roman-style crown. And a nice see-through eye part, some scope parts, and I'm assuming that's a camera part. And yeah, we also have the outline for the shield right here. It's actually really cool how, despite it being really monotone colored, there's actually a lot of color separation in the kit already, which is a good sign. You pretty much get duplicate B plates. Now, B1, B2 are relatively the same, except B1 has a little bit more on it. It has some skirt armor parts, and some parts for your thighs and legs. The rest of it are arm parts, and leg parts, and knee parts. Here is our C1 plate. We have a lot of the inner frame here, some parts for the shield, and pretty much everything else you're going to need for the inner frame of the Tallgeese. Now we also get a C2 plate. Now if we match them up, they're actually, almost the same. C2 is just a smaller version, and this part for C1 is just extra. We have some parts for the waist here, and the upper part of the torso. Here is our D plate. Now we get a lot of the covers for the shoulder armors parts, some parts for detailing as well over here. Actually, all the fingers are molded in this color. It's more of a navy blue, maybe a dark navy blue, maybe also a midnight blue, something like that. And we also get the cover for the hands here as well. Here is our E-plate. It's made out of ABS plastic, and it's mostly parts for the inner frame and other joint-related parts. We have this part for the handle of the shield, so we know that Bandai at least went through the trouble of making the joints and some of the connections for this kit relatively solid, so that's good on them. So here is our F-plate. It's really, really small. It's this light gray color. And we have parts for the front, you know, like the sensors are in the front there, some of the trim parts of the Tallgeese as well, and the handle crowbar type parts in the front of the chest as well. And this is really going to break up the nice solid white color that we have going throughout the kit. Here is our G1 plate. Now we have parts for the back of the skirts here, all of the thruster pods parts. We also have other parts for the, well, basically all thruster parts, some for the lower abdomen area, and also the covers for the toes, I believe. Here is our H1 plate. We have all the pieces for the skirts, some parts for the shoulders, the outer armor there, also the back of the back, and also the shield. Zechs Merquise standing up, and also sitting down. Here is our I1 and I2 plates. Our I1 plate has a lot of the thruster inner frame parts, whereas the I2 plate mainly houses the infamous Dober gun. Now the sculpt on this is absolutely amazing, and if we look further in more detail, we can actually see a lot of engineering being put into this. This is actually the inner part of the skirts, so Bandai really went through the trouble to make this right, especially because they're going to be releasing not one, but not probably at least two more Tallgeeses in the future. Like in any good kit, you get a beautiful sheet of poly caps, and not much to say here, except they are kind of cool and they're really different looking. Some of these I haven't actually seen before, so I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work out. We get two beam sabers in nice molded pink, and this is a mold from the year 2000. So they had curved beams all the way back then. In the all-important yellow plastic bag, we have a very small spring here. Now, you only get one of these, and this goes into the Dober gun. So please don't lose this, because you will not get a replacement. And if you can see, it has two holes on each side of the spring. So this is not going to be something that you can easily replace at all. And to spruce up your kit after it's made, they have included a beautiful sheet of seals that you can stick on, but the edges are going to show, so I don't know if you want to use these. We have the foil stickers that you have to put on, something for the yellow parts, so I'm assuming this goes on one of the fins somewhere on the thruster pods. We'll see how this works out. And we get dry transfer decals that you can slap on, and they're in this nice red, and that goes with the theme of all of the wing kits that have come out recently. Now let's take a quick look at the manual. Up top we have the serial number. It's an Oz Mobile suit, 00MS Tallgeese. It's in nice orange. Really cool page up here. Now we get a little bit of a backstory, the story of Zechs Merquise, the design here, and we jump straight into, well, the mobile suit design and how to build it. What not to snip off, you guys should know this by now, and we're going to go through it real quick. First we have the body construction. All that's laid out really, really simple right here. A lot of the parts are actually really detailed. The head design over here, then we move on to the arms, and then the legs, and then we get a nice color splash page right here. Now, here we see how fast they can go. It's fighting with the Wing Gundam Zero right here. This kit actually is the predecessor to all Gundam kits and pretty much everything in the Gundam Wing universe, and that's really, really cool. It's like the great granddaddy. And over here we have him being extremely naked, and yeah, not much to him right there. Moving along, we have the rest of the leg construction, the waist, and then we have him put together and the thruster pods. then the accessories, and how to put on the accessories. And lastly, where all the different markings go and how you gotta put them together. And what he looks like with the painting guide right here. And they always tell you that you should line your kits because it looks 10 times better. Alright guys, that concludes my part 1, my unboxing for the Master Grade Tallgeese EW version. Now I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please remember to come back in part 2 when we're going to go over all of the different limbs and see how all of this turns into arms, legs, and accessories and whatnot. My name is Dr. Tony Chopper, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.